the strangest issue. I don't know what it is.
We're live. Hi, how's everybody doing here today? How's the weather where you guys are at? We want to kind of wait a little bit for people to join up. We just tried going on Facebook Live to jump over to YouTube. We can't get on the Facebook. It shows okay on one computer, not the other one, and it doesn't show that we're streaming live at all. So we gave up there to come here to YouTube and see how you guys are doing. Just waiting for some more people to join. We got some cool stuff today. But hi, Deanne. Hi, Lindsay. Hi. Let's see. Tanya, hello. Kathy, hello. Lindsay, hi. Alice, Crystal.
Cool. Yeah, check it out. We're live. On live Facebook.
On your Facebook?
No, on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Facebook, we are
okay,
live.
Great. All right. We're doing it. Hi, Ernest. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Maria. I know you. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Car Guy. Hi, Angelina. Hi, Sharon Lane. Becca. Veronica. Roberto. RK. Hi, Chris. Hi. Okay, she didn't hi to you, said to me. Hi, Amber. Hi, Juan. Hi, Malene. Wow, it's going quick now. Jeez. How's everybody doing? Why didn't tell me how the weather is where you guys are at? It is hot. It is muggy here. And I'm cooking in here. I was trying to get Booty down here to join with us today, but she's just running around this house, and I can't figure it out. She finds a new hiding spot, and I swear to God, I tear my room apart, and somehow she's still in that room. I can't figure it out, but that's cat for you, huh? Okay, so we got the membership things just about halfway done. So I'm going to be doing a little intro about the memberships that we got, but you want to look for it because we're offering a lot of really cool stuff. And that's so exciting. I'm very, very excited about that because that just means we're going to be able to put a lot more videos of my mom's out and certainly a lot of other things, a lot of teachings coming. We're going to be doing certainly dream analysis. We're going to be doing well, we know I do psychic readings and psychic Q&A, but we're also going to do zodiac signs, astrological charts, and then down the road a bit, we're going to be offering some hypnosis classes and where you can graduate from that and get certified because we have a hypnosis school. And down the road a bit, we'll be doing some psychic development classes. So we're really trying to get into the teaching aspect of these things. I don't know if I'll be teaching every class. I might have a couple of my staff members also be helping me out with that. And but you're going to want to hear everything we're going to be doing for the memberships, and I just can't tell you how excited I am for that. And I think I'm about maybe what, Chris, 160 subscribers away from getting the 2,000 mark, so I can put my merch store up. I think somewhere around that. You guys can look.
Away from 10,000, not 2,000.
2,000, 10,000. I meant to say 10,000. Okay. So we're very happy about the membership thing because I guess you got to have a lot more members than what membership or subscribers that we have. But YouTube offered it to us, and they're allowed to offer it to us. So I think that's great. I think that's wonderful. Because like I said, it's enormous going through the videos of my mother's, and this goes through like 5 or 6 or something different phases just to get it up and running for you guys. Because we're going back through reel to reel and beta, and that has to be enhanced and digitalized and cut and all this kind of stuff. So it's just a real tedious, time-consuming process. And so that's what's great about the memberships, because that just tells me we're going to be able to keep going with this. So how many people? Okay, got that. And purchasing land on Snipes Pond Road. Catherine, should I buy? Yes, you should purchase the land on Snipes Pond Road, Catherine. That would be good. I think that would be a good investment for you, so I would certainly do it. See, I did that all by myself. And I want to thank you guys for the donations. I can't tell you how much that means to us because we love it being here with you guys. We love doing this. And it helps keeping the channel alive. It helps pay to get these darn videos up and running because, like I said, it's a feat into itself, and when I get tired and exhausted, I go in my comment section, something goes, I love you, Chris. Oh, I can do some more tonight. I can do some more, because you buttered me up. I can do some more then, Okay, so we have any questions for me yet?
We do. Holly says, hi, Chris. Can you tell me what my animal totem is?
Yeah, your animal totem, I believe, is a dolphin. So dolphins are cool because dolphins will actually kill sharks. Sharks so cool. Scare me. They really do. I saw that movie Jaws, you guys. That movie was harsh for me. And this is the part I don't get. The shark, they say, they don't like how we taste. Well, it bit my leg off, but I don't like how it tastes. What do I care if the shark swallowed my leg or just spit it out? He bit my leg off, okay? Come on. So if I go to the beach, I bring a spray bottle. It's the furthest I go in the water because those bull sharks go up like 6 inches of water. But now I look back at that movie Jaws, and it doesn't even look real to me. It doesn't look real. But that time when I saw it, I forget how old I was. I don't know, 10 or something like that. It was real back then to me. But the movies have enhanced, and special effects have gone through so much over the years, over the decades. Okay, what's the next question?
Sergio says, "Hi Chris, can you tell me why I'm having these dreams of musicians?"
I think it's just a deep fantasy of yours that you've always had, that you want to do, and you want to sing, and you want to get out, and you want to play. And you like being the center of things. Even as shy and introverted as you are, you just want to kind of just burst out and kind of let it all hang out. But what I would do if I was you is I'd pick up an instrument and just goof around with it, because I think you'll see that you have some God-given talent, and then you'll have to take some lessons, of course. But I think it'd be not only therapeutic for you, but I think you'd enjoy it. And I think you'd get out meeting a lot more people, and you'd get out of the house and establish more friends and more acquaintances. So I think anything to do with it is smart. I think Dream's trying to tell you this is something for you to do, that for sure.
Evelyn says, "Hi Chris, do I have to be concerned about my health?"
Well, I think everyone should be concerned about health to a certain extent. I mean, your blood pressure is going up a little bit, and the blood sugar is going up a little bit. So I would just do the right thing and drink enough water. Eat 3 square meals a day, not the high sugar foods, but protein foods, And then I take your multi-mineral vitamin. In fact, it's sometimes smart to go to a nutritionist and have your blood taken, and they can see exactly what you're lacking. And then you don't have a ton of vitamins. You just take one breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and from that it gives you what you're lacking at that time. That's really good because it's capsule form. It's not hard binder form, so you're not processing it through your organs and liver, which is hard on your body to do. So this makes it a whole lot easier, and is kind of like designed for your system, which is great. It's cheaper, actually, believe it or not, because you take so much of what you don't need the other way. It's cheaper this way. It seems like it's more, but it's not.
Lori would like to know what her profession was in a previous life.
Well, that would depend on what lifetime you're talking about, because I think you've had about 29 lifetimes. I think the very last life, I think you were a male, not a female, and I think you were a medicine person. In this day and age, we'd call it a naturopathic doctor, but a medicine man.
Devery says, "Is what I've been hearing and feeling spirits?"
Hearing and feeling spirits. Well, you have one spirit guide around. I don't think that there's any contact with him. It is a male. I believe he goes by the name of Ray, or Raymond, rather. Either one works. And I believe just relax your mind and you'll get the clear, message from him asking the question. So anything you're hearing right now, I don't know where that's coming from, because only Ray's around.
Crystal says, "Will I ever get married?"
Well, the psychic can't see the exact certificate where you go to and say, "I do." But when you see someone that lives with you and shares a mortgage, and they pay car payments and telephone bills, all that kind of stuff, under the same roof, in the same room, then yes, that's a marriage, definitely. But I think we're just about 21 months away from that. But you got to get out of your shell. You're home. But I know with this COVID, we're all kind of stuck like that till about the first of the year. But I think this is going to be a good year for all of us. It's going to be real good.
Devery says, "Will I find a suitable job soon?"
Actually, I believe you'll be doing 2 jobs, so it looks like both will be, one's a little bit more than part-time, and then one's just part-time. So you'll be doing 2 jobs, and I think you'll be doing that through, I would say, probably June of next year. Then I believe you'll have 1 job that's different than those 2 that you'll take over. You'll like the benefits, the 401k, and all holidays and things like that off, and you'll get good money for what you do, and you'll be able to do a percentage of that work from home. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. So that'll be good for you.
His Grace's Love says, "Hi Chris, will Dr. Bizwiz be my explant surgeon or somebody else?"
I don't think you found the surgeon yet, so it would be somebody else. I think it'll be the next person you call, and then I think you'll do, go there and do the interview kind of thing, and I think you'll feel very comfortable. And I do think it's going to come out very well for you, so not to worry about that. Just follow what they recommend that you do. I want to say something about the COVID too, because I talk to a lot of people, and I'm getting them, and they're saying a lot, like, for instance, people don't have to have cars, they don't have car insurance, they don't have to put gas in their car, they don't have to dress up for work, They don't have to buy lunch on the lunch break or their recess breaks or whatever, 15 minutes each or whatever it is. And they don't have their kids in daycare. So they're getting about maybe an hour and a half each way. That's 3 hours plus daycare. That's another couple hours. They're getting 5 or 6 hours free every single solitary day. And what's cool about that is the smog is down because less people on the freeway. You're able to work out of your own home. And if you're sick and not feeling too terribly well, a lot of times you can put the laptop on your stomach in bed and still work. So businesses are really starting to boom with this. There's the other side of this now. These big places that have all these commercial buildings. And I talked to an individual that has like a really big building down in Manhattan in New York, and the whole thing's vacant. And he's paying enormous prices every month because everything's vacant because the people just walked out and left and that's it. So that person is getting the other end, the brunt of it. But there's still some really good things because I like the idea that there's not as much smog and those kind of things. The freeway's not as packed. That's good. Even though we had the fires, they're calming down. And where we've had the fires up here in California where I'm at, we're already seeing new growth. I mean, already new stuff. So focus on the positive. Mother Nature has a way of building back. That's for sure. That's wonderful.
Deanne says, what is my future husband's initials?
I can't help you. Well, I know that there's a B. I don't know if it's the first or last name, but I'll give you a description that I'm good at. Black hair, dark brown eyes, oval shaped face, height about almost 6 feet. Might exaggerate and say 6 feet. He's a little bit heavy set, mustache, and he grooms it thinner, and has a bigger size Adam's apple. Hair is really cut short to his head.
J Music 1216 says, do you see love in my future? I've been single for 8 years.
Well, you can't count the 8 years. That's realistically not accurate because you don't do a single thing to meet anybody. So if I were to give you a prediction, we have to add common sense to it. The first question is, are you going to get out to meet anybody? Because if you don't, it's going to come into your life and go out of your life and you're not going to know what's there. So as long as you activate, which is common sense, and get involved in a dating service, because that's how you're going to meet them, and make sure you do that within this next week's time as far as join up. And I think you'll find more of a serious date, probably the fourth one that you go out on. And I think they'll be very truthful and very upbeat. I think this person does some type of around school and volunteering and some choir stuff too. But a wholesome person, family-oriented person, and just a happy, really people person. I think that will be good for you. But you have to make these advancements or, nothing's going to change.
Safe says, what's the cause of my depersonalization and how do I get rid of it?
Well, I mean, if you look at your family tree, there's depression, anxiety in your family tree. And you look at it from where you get it, it's actually from mom and dad, both sides. So it's not to where you really got a double whammy because with each generation, it's kind of calming down, but you did get a double dose of this. So for you, I think it's best to vent and talk. So I would go to a psychologist, psychiatrist, and I would just go in there and just spill it all out. Because you're not carrying it with you then, you're unloading it, you feel better, and just do that, and then I think that they'll talk with you more and more, and I think just by you just having a place like a dumping ground is going to be really super good for you.
Ernest says, when will I meet my new love?
I would say probably about before the 15th of January. That's not too long. There's water going up when you do this. Like those, you can walk in parks, and all of a sudden the water shoots up out of the ground and then it goes back down and shoots up out of the ground. Looks like that's going on, and there's a lot of grass around, there's a bridge around, so it looks like you're doing something to stroll through somewhere, and that's the setting it's in.
Lily says, will my son's case dismissed?
I believe pretty much is going to be dismissed, but there's something that's going to hang on there a little bit, and I think he's going to have to either go to a class or go through and get certified or a certificate proving that he's done that, and then I think they'll be able to dismiss the rest of it from that. And then that one class, if you have to, I think you can go back and pay a lawyer just a little bit to go seal it up so it can't be used against him, so it's good.
Maria says, when will Laura meet her future husband?
Laura to meet her husband, that's not for about 2.5 years. and then they'll date for about a year and a half. So that would be 4 years, and that's when she would be looking at the long term, the ring and all that kind of good stuff, which is cool.
Joanne wants to know if she's with her life partner.
Yep, I believe that you are, and I believe that you guys have to start doing more things together. So make a date night this next month. Get the calendar out, pick a day, and go out to eat, and go to a movie, and then come home and do something. But just the two of you doing it. This is like an excellent connection now, so that's really cool.
Angelina says, do I have any messages? I hope you're well.
Oh, I'm well, thank you. Grandma's just around you a lot, but you should be picking that up. Kind of like my mom. Sylvia's not more than yelling distance from me any day of the week, which I love so much because I'm so comfortable being that she's around with me. And, I have Charlie, but I also have my mom. Both of them are good. So your grandmother reminds me being around a lot like my mom around me. So that's great. And all you guys, through all the lifetimes that most of you had, past lives and things like this, that's how we originally told family in the first place. Souls never forget one another. They're always with us. And like I said, and I'll say it a million times, I don't like the word death. It doesn't seem like that's appropriate. It would be more like we're on this life plane and we're going to walk out of this dimension just simply into another dimension. And realistically, if you look at it, life is just not that serious. But the one thing I am seeing a lot of, which I think I'm going to have a class on it, is worrying. I mean, everybody does it. I did promise my mother that if I were to worry, I'd do it about 20 minutes. Then the lid goes on it, goes to God, I'm done. Not going to do it anymore. Why? I don't want to make myself sick. Worrying is negative energy. And the worries it affects cancer and blood pressure and heart attacks and strokes. Worrying is the biggest killer out there. Well, they say stress is, but worrying is stress, so to speak. It's a fine line between the two. And I'm seeing in my room a lot more worrying. And you have to be aware. You have to log in through the day. If I worry, I mark it down on the daily list. How many times I even attempted to do it. And I will not spend my time doing it. Because I'm a firm believer that positive breeds on positive like negative breeds on negative. So if something happens bad, there's always a positive to it. In fact, I've had something happen bad that really in the long run, it was a good thing. And it worked out for the best that way. So really, cut down on your worrying.
Susanna wants to know what gender her granddaughter is going to be. Or her grandchild is going to be, excuse me.
I was going to say you did my job for me because I do believe it'll be a girl, so.
Leoris wants to know when she'll next be in a relationship.
I would say before the end of the year. Now, it's not someone you're going to want to marry. I think it's friends, and then I think it goes into a relationship. I think it's comfortable, and I think you're happy with it. But it's not the end-all, be-all relationship. And I think you'll know that, but I think it's really okay, and I think it'll be fun and exciting, and I think you'll kind of dabble with that pretty much till about the middle of next year. Then about the 9 month, which is September, I think that will be more when the long-term permanent mate comes in. You got to be easy on this one before the end of the year because I think they're going to be very smitten with you and they're going to want more than what you're really going to want, but you're going to know that going into it.
CD says, hi Chris. Since I was a little girl, I had dreams of my loved ones who passed away. Are they real?
Yeah. Well, I believe they're astral projections, so that to me is an out-of-body experience. I've done a lot of that before I could control it my day back in the 3rd grade, which is why I had to do the 3rd grade over again because I was sleeping all the way through it. I was tired. Remember, when you astral project, you're not resting. You're out and about playing and things. So, yeah, I think it's real. Guys, if I could give you my eyeballs for a whole day, you'd hand it back and say, I've seen enough. Because someone will say, Chris, I saw a ghost there. Like, every day. But it's just, they're in another dimension. Like Sylvia says, they don't take up that much space. There's nothing to worry or be afraid of.
Safe, I already asked that, never mind, excuse me, they just donated again. Stephanie says, I feel like something big is coming my way. Do you have any insight on this?
I don't think there's big. You have a good year, you have a healthy year, you are going to be making a little bit more money, you're going to have more energy, you're going to be meeting more people that are good, solid people. So everything that I'm seeing there is real positive. And that's a big leap. Because you've had a year where you haven't been doing a whole bunch. There's no large lottery or publisher clearinghouse or sweepstakes. There's no winnings coming in per se. But geez, if you got good health and longevity, that's more than all the money in the world. Because if you had it, you were terminally ill, it doesn't mean a damn thing. You feel bad. The only thing you want to feel is better, that's for sure. So Health is the most important. That's the richest you can be, is in good health. That's for sure.
Adrian says, how many past lives have I had?
If you count the one you're doing, this would be your 27th. This one. So 26 before, 27 now.
CD wants to know if they'll ever win the lottery.
No. Well, let me correct exactly what I'm saying. When people ask me if they're going to win the lottery, they're talking about hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. I can't really count winning the lottery if you win $5 and then you go get 5 tickets and then you scratch them and then there's nothing there. Then you won nothing. So that's what I mean by you're not going to win anything like that. You shouldn't play. You'd save more money.
Ladybug wants to know what their female doctor boss thinks about them.
I can't read their minds, so I would have no clue to read anybody's mind. No psychic can do that. I mean, there's certain ESP things, but no, psychics can't read minds. I can't answer that.
His Grace's Love wants to know what the business they should be doing with animals.
I mean, you would be good at, I wouldn't say veterinarian, because that would mean animals are going to be injured or suffering. I can't do that either. I can't see an animal suffer. But anything like a sanctuary where they're mending an animal back, nursing it back to good health, or maybe the animal can't be set loose and alive anymore because they've been inhabited, and getting that situated, getting friends and good partnerships with the animals. Anything on that, feeding, cleaning, loving, doing anything on that nurturing aspect would be truly right up your alley.
Tanya wants to know when her daughter Michaela and boyfriend Keith will find a place to buy.
Well, actually, I see that they're going to rent for a month for about 6 months first. And then after that, I think they'll be into purchasing. So that looks like it'll be probably close to mid-year next year. But that's still close in time. That's not very far away because we're in October already? What's the date today? Is it the 12th today? What is it today?
I don't actually know. It's the 11th.
It's the 11th today. My mom's birthday is in 8 days, if you can believe that. Yes, 11th.
Melanie says, do you see Jim being open to me reaching out since our breakup?
No, I don't think he wants anything to do with anything right now. I would really leave that alone and just let him be the one that would make the call. I think he's just annoyed with work. He's annoyed with friendships, relationships. I just think he's on his last nerve with everything right now. So I don't think you're missing much because he seems to be not very happy. So I would let that go, seriously.
Sandy wants to know how their mom is doing.
I think very, very well and very, very happy and going everywhere.
Sharon says she's been seeing orbs lately.
Orbs?
Yep, orbs.
That's just your spirit guide. So make sure if you look at it, see if it's over your left shoulder. That would be a spirit guide. And you're living where you're at. There's a lot more going on. There's a lot more spirits coming in, going, and doing things. So it's nothing to worry about. You get nothing negative or bad around you at all.
Alyssa wants to know if she'll ever learn how to make cowboy boots.
Well, I believe, anything that you do, you want to be especially good at it. So you would have to get the right tools and the right kind of equipment to do this. Having that, I'd say definitely be able to master it and you do a damn good job. But you don't have the right stuff to do it. So if you want this, you need to invest in having the right tools and machine to do this so you can go through leather and do all that kind of stuff.
Tiger Pixie says, what type of volunteering do you see me doing?
I think pretty much all the above. I think you'll help the elderly. I think you'll help autistic children. I believe you go around to churches and schools and help that with lunches and foods and things like this, recess and things like that, setting things up and bringing them down, different types of things like that. So you always have a very helpful hand. You're always very up-spirited, upbeat. And then I think it'll be a year or so, and those things that are set up to do big trauma things, what's it called, FEMA or something like this, where they put, all the utensils and food and do all that. I think it'd be part of that too. I think it's part of FEMA.
So did we go over our announcements earlier?
No, we haven't done the last one, so we should do that.
So we have 3 announcements. There is a 75% or $75 sale off of any reading.
Oh, that's good.
There is astrology birth chart readings with Kayla Evans going live this Monday, which is tomorrow, and there will be 2 lucky winners to receive a free astrology reading.
Yeah, the astrological chart readings are really a lot of fun, and they're really exciting. So I do it. I think I'm getting one done of myself. You guys will see it and hear about it.
And then there is dream analysis with you going live tomorrow, where you're going to spend 10 to 15 minutes on the phone with any person who purchases, analyzing their dream and helping these understand the symbols within it.
That's fun. I like that.
And then that's all I have.
Okay, that's good. So discounts on the readings, so you want to jump on that. And hey, if you like seeing us, give us a thumbs up. And remember, we're trying to reach our goals so we can do our merchant account. So please, if you haven't subscribed, you're going to want to subscribe. We're putting a scavenger hunt again together. So there'll be some winners for that. You guys are so doggone smart, though, so we got to get a little bit more clever. So we got that going. And like I said, we're going to be doing lots of teaching and things like this, too, because you guys are asking for it. So please, in the comment section below, if we're not doing something that you want to see us doing, let me know, and I'll try to do it. I know we're going to do a Chris Raw. That's where we're going to set the camera up just in the house, and people come and go and do things. And then we're going to do some car stuff and things like this, more of it. So be looking for the channel, certainly. And especially, I'm so excited once again about the memberships, because it just allows us to keep going through, I got warehouses to the ceiling packed with my mother's stuff. And it's like we have to dig through there and get out. It's all worth it, though. It's all great material. But just to put that stuff together and make that for you guys is a real feat in itself. So that's where the donations come in, because this helps us just get it done. Really, it does. So I appreciate that ever so much. So these memberships are going to be coming out, I believe, pretty soon. If not this next week, the week after. But it's going to be pretty soon. You're going to want to jump on that, because we're going to be giving a lot out to the members. Okay, well, thank you all for joining me today.
Actually,
I really
before
do.
you go, there's one more thing we have to do.
Okay.
I just got to let know. We have to pick 2 winners for the birth charts, I believe it is, or the
I pick them?
I picked one. You can pick one.
Okay, Michelle Patterson.
Yeah, I picked Lizzie708. So Michelle, if you just want to send me a message, go ahead and tag me. Oh, there you are. Cool. And then that's good. We're ready to go.
Okay, guys, we'll see you next week on Sunday, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. We got a lot of cool stuff coming your way. Stay uplifted. God bless. Bye-bye.